Herman Cain does not like Muslims. We got it. Okay. He said he would do a special loyalty test for Muslims if they're going to be involved in his administration. And that was actually him soft-pedaling it. Earlier, he was just saying that they weren't going to be involved in his administration no matter what. Now, that would be unconstitutional. Quite ironic coming from a guy who claims to be in favor of the Constitution, although apparently he's never read it, because whenever he talks about it, he quotes the Declaration of Independence instead. We've also covered that for you. But he's got a new issue that he's on the warpath on. A church in Tennessee, I'm sorry, funny, a mosque in Tennessee. If it was a church in Tennessee, of course, and somebody was trying to stop it, Herman Cain would lose it. He'd be like, oh, look at this discrimination against Christians. But if you're discriminating against Muslims, well, that's awesome. First clip.
I talk to the people in that community, and here's their problem, and I sympathize with them. Our Constitution guarantees separation of church and state. Islam combines church and state. They are using the church part of our First Amendment to infuse their mosque in that community, and the people in the community do not like it. They disagree with it.
Oh, yeah. Where do I start? Okay. First of all, not every Muslim combines church and state. So, for example, there's countries like Saudi Arabia, which apparently is an awesome ally of the United States for, well, I was going to say for reasons we can't discern, except we can discern them. It's called oil. They do combine mosque and state, right? But there are other countries like Turkey, and you can list dozens that do not combine church and state, even though they're overwhelmingly Muslim country. Second of all, a mosque does not combine church and state. It's just a mosque. It's not the state. So just the act of building a mosque doesn't mean that I would now like to take over the state. It just means I built a mosque. It's like you building a church. Every time you build a church, does that mean you think the church should take over the government? Well, the funny thing is it probably does mean that, because that's what evangelical right-wing Christians believe, that we should combine church and state. That's why they think it's all projection. That's why they think, well, if we want to do it so badly, the Muslims must want to do it so badly. And we know that if we're putting a church somewhere, in their minds, that means that we want to take over the government. Muslims must mean the same thing. He continues.
Sharia law is what they're trying to infuse into our...
But wait a minute. Are you saying that we should ban all Muslims from worshiping in this country?
No, I did not say that.
I know. I'm asking
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is American laws in American courts. That's what the people of Murfreesboro are saying. That's what people are saying all over this country.
Isn't gonna...
Yeah. Wait a minute. The mosque doesn't combine Muslim law in American courts. It's a mosque. It is literally like the church of Christians. Do you understand that? You don't start a mosque and all of a sudden, I will now take over the court system. And it sucks it up. No, it's just a mosque. How does it have anything to do with Sharia law and taking over the laws of Tennessee? Look, on top of being ludicrous and unconstitutional, all these proposals are incredibly ignorant. They don't even know what the hell they're talking about. But ignorance has never stopped Herman Cain before. One more.
I mean, my question, I guess, is this isn't ground zero in New York City. It's not hallowed ground. Don't Americans have a right of whatever religion under the Constitution, which you speak so much about, to free speech and freedom to worship?
To the people in Murfreesboro, it is hallowed ground. They are objecting to the intentions of trying to get Sharia law.
Couldn't any community then say, we don't want a mosque in our community?
They could say that. The people in the community know best. And I happen to side with the people in the community.
So you're saying any community, if they want to ban a mosque?
Yes, they have the right to do that.
Go read the Constitution, you moron. Okay, the one thing that you claim that you're touting, have you ever read it? You know we have a freedom of religion here. Look, I don't agree with Islam, but I'm an American. So I believe that they get to practice any religion they like. I don't have to agree with them. I don't agree with your religion either, but I would never ban churches. And what's your logic for that? Well, if I said, oh, no, we can't have any churches in Dearborn, Michigan. Dearborn, Michigan is hallowed ground, and so obviously we can't have any churches corrupting it. What would Herman Cain do? He'd lose it, right? He'd go, oh, you see that? We're such victims. We're victims, all the society. I can't believe they would do this and discriminate against Christians. Now, would you like to do that discrimination against Muslims? He's like, of course I would. I would like to ban them everywhere. If a local community says, oh, well, hallowed ground, that's it. Can't have a mosque. It's not like we live in America, right? Herman Cain, man, it's hard to win the most un-American award within the Republican field, but I think he just might have done it.